Hey, I'm going to do another Hailey Dunn video. This time I want to focus on just the part of where was Hailey Dunn buried at, and the evidence that I've gathered in the news and people screenshots of people's statements and phone calls. And so let's get started. Hailey Dunn, here she is, 13, went missing December 2010. She's found April 26, 2013 in Scurry County, Texas. There's a picture of her. She was a cheerleader. She was a nationally famous missing child, and on Nancy Grace CNN, and we're seeing a few more pictures of her. Okay, and so she was missing there, over 2 years, and then she was found. Okay, so interestingly, she was found on March 16th. 2 days before that, on March 14th, I wrote the Department of Justice, and I suggested that they search the underground facility and tunnels by this house. Rhonda Denman Rogers said that there's an underground facility half block away. Guy who used to live in this house said he used to go in the tunnels in this house, and there's other people. I'm not going to get into all that. Part of that says I have overwhelming evidence to support the allegations of the underground facility. Maybe she's being held by these slavers behind my home right now. And all of a sudden, bada boom, bada bing, we found her in Scurry County. Okay, she's been gone over 2 years. Okay, so that's real coincidental. I think we can all agree to that. Okay, and then come out in 2012, News West 9 did a story. Okay, and here they are, News West 9. Sorry about the pop-ups. Sister of jailed woman claiming Hailey Dunn was drugged to death speaks to News West 9. Well, that was the sister, Sonja Renee Callahan. And since I'm focusing on here's in this letter here. And basically, you can go to the internet and find this. Said it was a family drug debt, held at a house over in Odessa, all this. Okay. It says the girls reportedly died and her body was dumped behind the Ector County Coliseum. Okay, so there we got Sonja Renee Callahan saying that she died in Colorado City, or it was dumped, where the body was dumped. Okay. Then a drug rehab counselor named Kristi Otts contacts me on YouTube and Facebook. She used a fake name on Facebook. Allison Mack was her fake name. And this was part of the message she sent me. The guy said that she traded by her mother for a drug balance, $135 worth of meth. She's in the care of the dealers, flipped out. They shot her up. She overdosed. The guy who confessed to me said he took her back to her mother and they stuffed her into a box. He described the way they bent her and break her to fit. Then they buried her on a ranch outside Odessa. Okay, so we got the one story that she's buried over there by the Coliseum over there, and then we have here Bret Bushman, according to Kristi Otts, saying they're buried out on a ranch outside Odessa. Okay, and she wrote me his name, Bret Bushman. Okay, and that's unknown if Bret Bushman's related to the super wealthy family in Odessa that used to own CBS 7 and MCM Elegante and all them other businesses over there. So that there's another one, and that's when I created this video called Hailey Dunn Murder Confession. It went viral, and even though I have these print screens and recorded phone calls, no news stations reported this additional evidence. The sister that News West 9 reported on here told Sonja Renee Callahan about, basically what I was saying, what happened to me, etc. She called me, and here's what she said.
Hello, buddy.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Is this Renee?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Oh,
That's good.
I'm doing pretty good. I was just waiting on your call. Your sister told me that you were going to call, and so...
Yes. This has been a hell of a thing with this issue, you know what I'm saying? It's been a rough one.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't even imagine,
I was there at the house, I seen her, my heart just went down to the floor. What do I do? Either risk mine in her life or mine, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And so you can go watch that on my YouTube channel on Buddy Webb. That video's named Child Killers, and she calls out names at the end of it. But we're really focusing on where Hailey Dunn died. And so now here as I'm showing you, she's found in Scurry County 2 days after I reported or suggested to the Department of Justice they come here and look in the tunnels. But I got multiple people saying that she died over in Odessa. And so that's actually kind of the point of that. And then I think here another one. Okay, this was because the Hailey Dunn murder confession. This was a print screen, and a person named Terrin Thomas writes on my Facebook wall. Okay, and she says they had her for a good while, and she's talking about a home over in Odessa. Now remember, this is a whole nother person saying Hailey was murdered and killed over in Odessa. Okay, and I heard from more than 10 people. That should be 10 people that should be interviewed, right? Okay, they shaved her head like a few weeks before she supposedly died. Now supposedly she was buried in that same house's backyard. Okay, so here we go. Once again, we got a whole nother person saying she was murdered, died in Odessa, Terrin Thomas, and buried over there in Odessa in this home's backyard. Okay, and then quickly, I don't think I have it here. We have another person. Right here, Brandy Dunn. You're gonna hear her name called out here in a minute. Said that the home was Brooke Owensby home. That's what she says. And so she's wanting me to say that Casey Frazee and Dustin Braddock wasn't there. That's why she's kind of, she says their video said it's tied to Corey Mercer's, or I thought it was Cody Mercer's murder, and there's videos and the cops have it. Okay, so once again, Brandy is also saying it happened in Odessa. So we got Brandy, Terrin, and 10 of Terrin's friends, Sonja Renee Callahan, all saying that she was murdered and buried in Odessa, except she's found in Scurry County 2 days after I suggest that they come here and look for in the underground facility that multiple people have said was here in Midland behind the Midland Home Depot store. Okay, so I want to show you that. And then one last video here that I wanted to do here. Wasn't me. This is another blogger, okay? And she's talking to an Allison Frazier. This is Angelina Mitchell. And I'm just doing a part of it. You can go to Blog Talk Radio. It's called Another Tale, the Why, Where, and Most of the Who. And this is real interesting. And there's a lot more than what I'm showing you here. But this is talking about where she's buried and what she was wearing. Pay attention.
You probably little. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 180 pounds. I'm 5'6", but see, I mean...
You sound like a spitfire, though.
I am. Like, the thing of it is Sonja was there. Sonja was a part of it. When Hailey was kidnapped, that night or the day after, I'm not sure which one it was, Sonja was in that house. Casey was in that house. Bertie was in that house. Sonja was in that house with Bertie. There was like 7 or 8 people in there, in that house, the night that she was fucking kidnapped. And you know what's crazy? If Bertie came to me, okay, I would only let Bertie come around to see the baby every now and then because I knew he was off doing drugs. You know, I did my drugs and this and that, but I'm a funeral director and embalmer. I worked, you know what I mean? And I took care of my kids. Yeah. I told my kids I did this, but you know what? I still worked and I took care of my kids. And Bertie would bring me money and stuff like that. And then he came to me one night and he told me that he needed some blankets and he needed some clothes. And I asked him what he needed the clothes for. He said that his cousin was coming from out of town. That Brandy was coming from out of town. That she was coming from Corpus. And I knew Brandy, okay, but I hadn't seen her since my daughter was born. But I gave her some clothes for Brandy. And those clothes wasn't for Brandy because that wife beater and them jeans, those were my clothes. Them tennis shoes that baby was wearing in that picture, those were my clothes.
Hailey Dunn's wearing Allison's clothes.
Yeah.
And then this Sonja bitch is going to sit there and say that she's trying to help. That girl was there.
She was there.
If I was what Bertie was, she was there at the house the night that Hailey was kidnapped. Sonja stood there and said that she saw Hailey crying on the couch. Bertie even told me that Sonja was there. And, I mean, Bertie told me that Hailey was crying, and it took everything him and the boys had to get her to calm down. And then they finally gave her a bump of dope. This happened after the fact. I did not know nothing that was going on until right there at the end when Hailey was coming up on TV and that her body was found just a couple weeks later. When the body was found over there by the lake.
Yeah. Jackie Thompson.
That's when I started finding stuff
Well,
out.
I wonder where else they dumped her at besides J.B. Thomas. Where's the other part of her remains is what I think they're trying to find. I think that's what the police are trying to determine, Allison, is where else this child could be buried at, you know?
Is where what?
I think the police are trying to figure out where else the body was done.
The body was also at Jackie Thompson's backyard.
Who is Jackie
And I don't know
Thompson?
where Jackie Thompson was a police officer in Odessa, Texas, but he got arrested a few years back on dope charges. He was a police officer.
And he knew about Hailey?
Yeah, he knew about Hailey. Hailey was in his backyard. Rob, my minutes are getting ready to go.
Okay, baby.
Anyways, okay, so one more person saying that Hailey Dunn was overdosed and murdered in Odessa. That's a lot of people, right? Except that her remains are found in Ector County 2 days after I wrote the Department of Justice and suggested that they come here and they look in these tunnels in this underground facility. Now remember, just a couple of weeks after I reported a suspected tunnel to the DEA, the El Paso DEA, the Midland DEA, from phone number 432-209-6494, I'm ambushed and shot inside my home. Okay, and that's when the secret police come over. Y'all share this video. This is important. The child killers are still out there.